In 2008, in like August, September, in that area, there were like 3 hurricanes in a period of 20 days. One, very, very strong, just crossed the area of Pinar del Rio, the area around Soroa, along that part, and caused a lot of damage. There was one little one in the middle, and then the big one, it was not as big as the first one, but it affected Cuba from east to west. You know, it came along the country, doing a lot of damage, and came out in the same area of Pinar del Rio that affected the first one. So people still remember that because like the impacts to the houses and to the agriculture were huge.
Hurricanes that I can mention that destroyed almost 10% of the gross domestic product of Cuba in less than 2 weeks.
Since
we're an island and logically we have impacts of all kinds and we're prone to hurricanes and those type of atmospheric phenomena, we work therefore not to confront climatic changes but to be able to adapt to it. And that's why our project is called Adaptation to Climate Change, because it doesn't seem we have any other alternative.
Our territory is not that small and our population is not that big, so we can organize an orderly retreat inland too. We can save lives.
But we're going to lose certain percent, 3 to 5% of our national territory because of the increase in the level of the sea.
That means that per municipality, this map of risk was done according to the different events for climate change. It can be hurricanes, it can be droughts, it can be flash floods, it can be the rise of the level of the ocean, it can be also, coral bleaching or, different things, or the combination of all of these. But what climate change tells us is that the threats are growing. That means that things that happens before once every 50 years, 100 years, can happen every 2 or 3 years. We really need to revisit many concepts, sustain growth. Well, that's not possible because we have finite resources. And if you grow, somebody didn't grow or somebody starved. But when there is no more resources, there is no more to take, what you gonna do? You cannot grow. I feel optimistic because first we accept the fact that climate change exists and that is already affecting us. And in the short term, there won't be agreements that would allow the rich countries to give some funding to poor countries. That's not happening, and it's very unlikely to happen on that. So there are 2 things that we can do. One is adapting to climate change and trying to minimize the impacts. And another one is try to mitigate our little emissions, no?